In this episode of Falmouth in Focus, we take a look at a new exhibit at a local museum, stop by a local craft fair, and take a dive deep beneath the ocean's surface. All this and much more on this edition of Falmouth in Focus.
Hello and welcome to Falmouth in Focus, FCTV's current affairs program. I'm your host, Michael Kasparian. The latest reports show that COVID-19 case counts have been stable over the last few weeks in the town of Falmouth, with the COVID-19 community level in Barnstable County changing to green or low category compared to previous weeks. There are plenty of vaccine and testing capabilities available. The regular briefings by Falmouth's health agent, Scott McGann, are a good way to stay informed on the latest local, state, and federal guidance. You can view the briefings on FCTV Government Channel 15, our Facebook page, and fctv.org. It's time now for three things from Town Hall, FCTV's condensed version of the takeaways from recent municipal meetings. Selections are chosen based on community impact.
State Representative David Vieira came before the Select Board seeking their support for a mural in honor of a Falmouth woman who was killed in her own home back in May. According to police, Kiana Page Barrows was shot and killed by her ex-boyfriend. The board voted unanimously to sign the letter of support for the mural to be installed on the bike path.
Shows do a mural that would say "Stop Domestic Violence" on the top. It would have the access hotline, 24/7 hotline to Independence House, which is our Cape-based referral service and community services for domestic violence and sexual assault.
Later in the meeting, the Select Board discussed the process for hiring a new town manager to fill the open position.
In terms of a search committee,
I'd be willing to consider it, but I wouldn't advocate strongly for it. I think it's really the job of this board to figure this out.
The board will continue discussions about the process before making a final decision. The board heard a report from the director of the Falmouth Senior Center, Jill Irving Bishop. Ms. Bishop concluded her report with an invitation to an open house as part of National Senior Center Month.
We want family members, we want caregivers, we want people to see what the center's about, not only the resources that we'll have in the big room, but if people want to walk around the building, this is a great chance.
To see the meetings in their entirety, check out Government Channel 15's program schedule at fctv.org. After a short break, we'll stop by a local landmark to see what events are coming up this fall. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Officer Massey, and on behalf of the Falmouth Police Department, I'd like to invite you to join us for our annual open house on September 24th from noon to 2 p.m. at the Falmouth Police Station. Stop by for some food and fun. You can get a tour of the police station, check out the cruisers, maybe even get to dunk a cop in the dunk tank. I look forward to seeing everyone there. I'll be the one with a donut in my hand.
Welcome back to Falmouth in Focus. One of the most anticipated events of Labor Day weekend is the Rotary Club of Falmouth's annual craft fair. This year's two-day event at the Marine Park Bandshell featured music from local artists and performers and more than 65 vendors offering works of art, jewelry, and a myriad of crafts. We stopped by and chatted with the organizers of the event.
Hi, my name is Garth Smelser. I'm the president of the Falmouth Rotary Club of Cape Cod for the 22-23 year. And this is our 22nd annual craft fair. We've had thousands of people show up in this really wonderful weather, spending time with family, having some good food, visiting all the vendors, enjoying the entertainment. We have music and we have dancers. It's just been a really wonderful Labor Day weekend to help support some of the wonderful philanthropic endeavors that we do in the community. All the thousands of folks that have come and supported us help us raise money for youth, for veterans, outdoor learning, international projects, and so we're just really pleased and honored to be a part of the community, and we hope that we can do this every single year with such great success. So we support many different endeavors in our community. We really enjoy supporting youth, youth leadership initiatives. Outdoor learning is a big thing that came out of COVID that we support. A lot of our dollars go now to international projects that our Rotarian Robin's going to share about, helping students in Nepal protect them and invest in their education.
I am Robin Singer. I'm the Vice President of the Falmouth Rotary Club. And I also chair a subcommittee on human trafficking. We work really hard to combat human trafficking, mostly in Nepal and India. And our club has already done a lot of projects, particularly with a school in Nepal, where we do a lot of teaching over the internet. We teach the girls English and math. And if they were not at our school, they would probably be trafficked into the brothels in India or forced into child marriage. So it's a very exciting project we do. We also donate a lot of equipment to a learning center in the slums of Calcutta, and also to the school that I was telling you about. But the Rotary's a fabulous platform for helping the girls and doing all this other wonderful community service that Garth talked about.
What did you enjoy about the Rotary Craft Fair this year?
I enjoyed the face paint.
The face painting. How about you?
I enjoyed getting to look at all the different art.
Awesome. And you saw the dancers? And the
yes.
Thanks for being. This is we plan for this event because it's our major fundraiser all year round. We have a small group of dedicated Rotarians who are soliciting the vendors, organizing the entertainment, all the work with the city, and we're really in partnership with a lot of the vendors in our community that donate the food, donate their time. So it really is a community partnership. Yeah, and if you weren't able to support us this year, we hope you can come back. It's an annual affair every Labor Day weekend, and it's going to be even bigger and better next year.
The funds raised by the craft fair will benefit the charities, scholarships, and other initiatives the Rotarians support, both here in Falmouth and around the world. Thanks to Anthony Sedera for that package. The Falmouth Historical Society, established in 1900, is the oldest historical society on Cape Cod. They've seen and documented the changes our town has seen through the years through their museums on the green, and recently had some changes of their own. We sat down with their new executive director, Rachel Lovett, and discussed some of the exciting new programs they have coming up.
So if you've ever been to the Falmouth Historical Society before, you might have said, "I've seen it all." Well, that's not exactly true. In September, we're going to take an in-depth look at two of our historic houses on our property, the 1790 Wicks House and the 1730 Conant House, on our Nooks and Crannies tour. And we're going to go behind the scenes to find very interesting wallpaper, glass windows with diamond ring writing on it. So just a very different take on buildings that you may have seen before. Citizens of Falmouth may not realize, but the Society actually offers 4 walking tours a week. So that is something that you can do on a regular basis. But for October, we're rolling out a special new Scandals walking tour of downtown historic Main Street. And you'll see it in a completely new light. And these will be in the early evening. And then we encourage you to go out to dinner afterwards and visit some of the locales you might have heard interesting stories about during the tour. Well, we can't forget about the kids here in Falmouth. And this is a completely new event. It's called Wicked at Wicks, and it's going to be on Friday, October 28th, from 4 to 5:30, and that is going to be an opportunity where families can come, paint a pumpkin, and then there'll be trick-or-treating at several different locations on our historic property. So we do encourage people to dress up and enjoy, and it should be a really fun family time this fall. Well, this particular year, we're going to be open during winter hours, and so that's something new and exciting. On Saturdays, we're going to have Conant House open, and from 10 to noon, and every month we're going to have drop-in activities for families with a make and take. Again, I'm really focused on families here in Falmouth, so I think that that'll be something new and give people something to do over those winter months.
Visit museumsonthegreen.org for more information about all Museums on the Green and the Falmouth Historical Society have to offer. Thanks to Alan Russell for that report. Speaking of Falmouth history, one of our town's most beloved historical landmarks, Highfield Hall and Gardens, has some exciting new programs for the fall. Everything from musical performances to great food. We spoke with co-executive director Lisa Walker about what Highfield has to offer.
Currently outside in the grounds, we have the Boston Sculptors Gallery, who are celebrating their 30th anniversary. There are 14 different sculptures spread throughout the 5 acres of property at Highfield, and upon entering or driving up to Highfield, you'll see 7 sprouts, which adorns the front lawn by sculptor Andy Zimmerman. Inside the house, we have the 4th installment of Collectors Collecting Collections. This one is titled Memories and Connecting, and these collectors were inspired by a childhood passion of collecting items when they were with their family. On October 2nd, Sunday, October 2nd, we're celebrating our 2nd annual Wampanoag Cultural Celebration Day in collaboration with the Falmouth Rotary. It is free for everyone to attend. We encourage families and people of all ages to come. We'll have Native American food trucks, Native American singers and dancers, storytellers, and craftspeople here. And this year we've also commissioned what's special to us, 7-panel educational display on King Philip's War that we think the community will be very interested in.
For more information about events and exhibits at Highfield Hall and Gardens, see their website, highfieldhall.org. Thanks to Alan Russell for that story. Known for their vintage cars, 100-acre school, dazzling hydrangeas, and so much more, Heritage Museums and Gardens is always a popular Upper Cape destination. And while summer may be coming to a close, there is still plenty to see at Heritage Museums and Gardens. We spoke with the Director of Visitor Engagement, Heather Mead, about some of the events they have coming up this fall.
The end of our regular season is really one of my favorite times at Heritage because September is just so beautiful in the gardens. There's still so much in bloom, and of course Heritage is really well known for its collection of hydrangeas, and this is the season that's called the antique season for our hydrangeas, so you'll see beautiful blooms changing and transitioning in color to those sort of mauves and deeper pinks, and it's just a really special and gorgeous time in the gardens, just a beautiful place to stroll. We have over 3 miles of just wonderful trails if you want to take advantage of the Cape's beautiful fall weather and just take a lovely walk. One of our trails actually goes right along the edge of Sham Pond here in Sandwich and just has beautiful lake views. Heritage is definitely the kind of place where you can always have just a wonderful, peaceful experience in nature or be as active in exploring exhibits as you'd like. We have our antique and classic car exhibit. We have a special exhibit this year called Creating Cape Cod, all about the history of how Cape Cod transitioned from what Henry David Thoreau called a Yankee backwater to being a tourist destination with over 5 million visitors each year. And we also have our American Art and Carousel Gallery with our 1908 Louvre Carousel constantly spinning until October 16th. So after our regular season closes on October 16th, we will have a short break to get ready for our very next event, which is the Sandwich Halloween Festival. That is on October 21st and 22nd, a Friday and Saturday evening. If you can believe it, it is a sold-out event already, and it's an event we produce in partnership with the Sandwich Public Schools. We shift immediately from our Halloween program into getting ready for Gardens Glow. We've actually begun lighting on the grounds. We start immediately following Labor Day, if you can believe believe it, in September. And Gardens Aglow is an unbelievable holiday lights program. It takes place over 19 nights. This year, we always begin the Friday following Thanksgiving. So this year, that's November 25th. And we run all the way through December 23rd this year. So tickets for Gardens Aglow go on sale to the general public on Wednesday, September 28th. Folks should definitely go to our website, www.heritagemuseumsandgardens.org. That has all the information about the Gardens Aglow event. And also there's the opportunity for folks to sign up there to join our e-newsletter, which I highly recommend. That it always gives you the inside scoop about exactly what time tickets are released and things like that. So it's a great way to stay in the know if you want tickets to this very popular event, which we do expect to fully sell out.
For visiting information and tickets, visit heritagemuseumsandgardens.org. Thanks to Alan Russell for that. After a short break, we will be back with a look at the start of the school year. Stay with us.
The Falmouth Chorale has been bringing beautiful choral music to the Upper Cape since 1964. We are your friends, neighbors, and community members who share a passion for choral music and singing. We lift our voices as one to enrich, educate, and inspire, opening windows into the diverse world of choral music, from masterworks like Mozart's timeless Requiem to contemporary pieces like Issei Barnwell's Hope and Robert Cohen's Alzheimer's Stories.
We sing to connect to each other, to our community, and to our history. We have fun. Singing together brings stimulating challenges and great satisfaction. We invite you to become part of our wonderful organization. Join us today as singers, audience members, and supporters. We are the Falmouth Chorale, engaging with audiences by sharing our passion for musical excellence and the joy of singing. Please visit our website at falmouthchorale.org for more information.
Hi, I'm Officer Massey with the Falmouth Police Department, and I'd like to invite everyone to join us for National Coffee with a Cop Day on October 5th at Peg Noonan Park from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Enjoy a free cup of coffee and get to know some of your Falmouth police officers. I look forward to meeting everyone.
Welcome back to Falmouth in Focus. The human-occupied submersible Alvin is ready to return to scientific research at its newly certified maximum depth of 6,500 meters, or about 4 miles. That's the conclusion of a team of scientists who have spent the past 3 weeks taking the iconic sub through its paces at locations at the Puerto Rico Trench and Mid-Cayman Rise, testing its scientific and engineering systems to ensure they are capable of supporting the demands of a deep-sea sample and data collection. Let's take a look.
In normal, starboard aft. Pins in, toes clear. Normal, starboard aft. Good.
Launch coordinator bridge, you have permission to launch the sub.
Roger that, bridge. You guys ready?
You get into the water and all of a sudden you can feel it moving with the ocean, and then you see blue all around you, and it's just an amazing feeling.
Everyone's really excited to have Alvin back. It's been a key part of our science in the deep ocean, and on this expedition we're trying to build up tools that are going to help people who've never used the sub before learn how it works, plan expeditions, and complete excellent science.
Every 5 years or so, Alvin gets upgraded, and this was a major upgrade that allows us to go deeper, not only deeper into the depths of the ocean, but deeper into our scientific questions.
We really want Alvin to be accessible to everyone. So we've brought out a group of early career scientists from different backgrounds, different locations, different career stages, and really tried to show them how they could use Alvin in their future research.
Diving in Alvin was incredible. It gave me a better idea of spatial scale, so of the three-dimensionality of these deep sea habitats. And in making that transect with Alvin, you're able to experience the environment that these organisms live in much more authentically, so you can understand how they're interacting with one another and how they're interacting with that environment.
We brought things up and did experiments out here that were not envisioned when we started. But once we saw it could go to the depth, it could do it quickly, it could do it really well. I mean, we were going 54 meters a minute to the seafloor, which I've never seen before.
We launch the sub and we go down 6 kilometers beneath the surface, and that's something that hasn't happened in Alvin's 50-year history. We came out of a certification set of dives and went straight into doing more science verification dives, and the sub is performing remarkably well. Day in and day out, it's going 4 miles deep.
It's a really smooth operation. It requires a lot of communication, a lot of discussion. It's a huge team effort out here. From the science party to the Alvin team to the ship's crew, everyone's been working really hard to make this cruise a success. It's been really phenomenal to see how everyone comes together to achieve what we wanted to out here.
We are now again on the frontier of what we can ask, and the rates at which we can just make discoveries are going to go through the roof.
Thanks to Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution for that submission. Falmouth Public Schools began its 2022-2023 school year this month. Here's more from Convocation, where students and teachers came together to celebrate the start of school.
Cultural background, no matter students' socioeconomic background, no matter students' gender identity, no matter sexual orientation, no matter the language needs, no matter the social emotional needs, the goal is the same. We want all students to say, Falmouth is my beloved community.
Past and our greatest of what we learned to create the best future for our students. Today's address does just that. We are framing our journey so you can see that this year's focus is nothing new. We're going to continue to get stronger in the best practices to support all of our students.
Thanks to Sarah Murphy and Ryan Weber for that report. FCTV wants to remind you that television can be as easy as hitting record on your smartphone. We'd like to invite all Falmouth residents and visitors to share their slice of life with us. Email us your photos and videos or upload them to Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram using the hashtag MyFalmouth or Falmouth in Focus to be featured on the show. Thank you to our most recent contributors. We leave you now with the sights and sounds of the 9/11 ceremony. Thank you for watching Falmouth in Focus. We'll see you next time.